My story begins about 10 years ago, and believe it or not, I met Lori 10 years ago or so, and that's a whole other story of how we met. But right about that time, I started dating someone, and I remember I was telling her about this woman and saying how much I liked her and so forth, and she whipped out a horoscope book and said, "Oh, your sign is this and hers is this. You guys are great for each other," and actually encouraged me. Well, guess what? I ended up dating this woman, marrying her, and divorcing her. Yes. Well, the relationship was one of those relationships that went from, well, we either had really extreme passionate love or we were just hating each other. One of those. So anyway, after about years go by and we finally divorced, and it was a pleasant divorce, as many, right? Yes. Well, long story short, believe it or not, when the divorce was final, I actually felt like I was at peace. You know, I gave her a lump sum of money, didn't have to worry about her being taken care of. She got to drive a very nice car that we shared. That was part of the decree. I was kind of like, okay, I did a lot of wrong, I'm good. Well, about 3 weeks after that, there was an Elton John concert. This was back in 2010. And I had bought tickets months prior, and I thought, time had gone by, maybe I can do this. And I called her up and I said, "Would you like to go?" As friends. And I thought, nothing harm. And I bought them free originally, it's no big deal. She agreed. So we went out. It was uncomfortable at first. A bottle of wine later, things actually got better. We held hands. We walked to the concert in arms. We had a good night. The night ended, well, you can figure the rest out. So I'm thinking, wow, hopeful, right? Yeah, so the next day I call and, yeah, like good old times. Well, as time went by, the calls started to cease and stop, and I couldn't get in touch with her, and of course, I'm kind of like, what's up? Well, then I find out she has a boyfriend who she was happened to be involved with, who I questioned at one time in our marriage, and so that made me furious, and I'm pissed, and I'm angry, and I'm hurt, and so I'm texting, calling, and I'm thinking, okay, well, she's stuck with me because we have to share these vehicles as part of our decree. So guess what? I want the car. I do whatever I can to make her life miserable. I go to work one day. An officer comes in, serves me a restraining order. Wow, what a coincidence. And I'm pissed. So I go down to court, I make up some stuff, and guess what? I serve her a restraining order. That'll show her, right? And then I go about my business. 2 days later, I get another restraining order from her boyfriend. So I'm pissed, I'm angry, I'm hurt. So I decide, you know what? She's still driving that nice car. I want it back. So I get an officer. I meet somewhere. I go to get the car back. Well, prior to that, I arranged to have him served with a restraining order. So this goes back and forth 3-4 times. Yeah, I'm really out to get them, right? Well, long story short, we end up in court, and I want to contest it because I want to make the transactions, the cars work, and so forth. He gets one taste of us and says, restraining order's on, that's it, you got a year, figure it out. So I'm furious. About a little bit of time goes by, and one day I'm online, when I go to Facebook, I go, I type in a password on her Facebook, and it works. Ooh. So I proceed to take over her Facebook account. Yes. It's the right thing to do. Come on. Who's with me? And I'm not really terrible, but during that time, she was on vacation with some friends, and I would post things to her friends that she was with, and they're trying to figure out, and I'm having all sorts of fun with sending friends these little things and so forth. And if I get to the point, I think, what's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? This is not me. I have a great career, I have a great daughter, I have a great life. This is not me. And eventually I stop. And actually I feel like I'm at peace again. time goes by, and she's driving my car at this point, and I'm using the one she's supposed to, and I make arrangements to switch cars. I get my car back, and it has over $1,000 in repairs. So I'm furious again. I've been taking care of the other car. So anyway, I get them done. I keep that car for a while, and then I exchange it. When I give her back the car she's supposed to be driving, I think, I'm going to show her. So I go online to the MVD or whatever it's called, and I put on a different license plate. And I put my name on it, Robert. So she's going to have to drive around in my car with my name on it. Yeah, that showed her, right? Afterwards, after said and done, the cars go away, and I go about my life, and I start to think about this. What an ass. She's driving around in my car that I'm paying for with my name on it. Actually, this is coming back to me. She's going to go tell her friends, yeah, I'm driving his car and he's paying for it. So time goes by. I finally say to myself, enough. I'm done with it. And I'm at peace again. Right? No. Well, sort of. And I meet someone else. And that relationship is short-lived. And I start seeing all of the same experiences that I was going through, what caused me my last divorce. And towards the end of this relationship, this short-term new relationship, I get a message on Facebook from Lori. And it says, what's up? And basically I end up communicating with her, and then our communication turns into telling her about this current relationship that's going haywire, and she proceeds to tell me the best thing you can do to get back at her is to not message her back. She will absolutely hate it. So I'm thinking, yes, I can finally get some revenge on someone else. Well, I did that. I ended that relationship, and I just did just that. But I discovered something in doing that. I ended that and started a nice friendship with Lori. That was about 1.5 years ago, and I have to tell you something. In that 1.5 years, I've had one of the best friendships ever. And I have to tell you, Lori is one of the most beautiful women that I've ever met. And she's embarrassed right now. And what I discovered is that on the other side of revenge is something wonderful sometimes. And it's funny because 1.5 years later, it just hit me that sometimes the best revenge is the revenge you don't give at all. And now I'm at peace. Thank you.